Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Musa Gaming here, and today we're back with another episode of Musa Gaming in Kingdom 3927. Now, as you guys might have already figured out from my live streams and my couple of the videos that I posted, yeah, we lost this zone right here, which is past 6 opening zone, zone 7. I don't know what you call it. People call zones in different names, but I really don't know. Well, past 4 opening zones are usually zone 5, so I'm assuming this is zone 7, right? Anyways, yeah, we lost this zone. We were competing pretty hard for it. Initially, I think for the first 24 hours, Kingdom 3927 looked like we were like kind of having our ways into the zone. I think we were fighting over here last time we were kind of live streaming and all that stuff. But yeah, Kingdom 3926, obviously a very, very strong kingdom, was able to push us out of this zone. But each kingdom will actually secure 2 different passes. As you guys can see, Kingdom 3926 is going to secure these 2 passes. Pass 7, I mean. And then all the other kingdoms would actually secure 2 passes to the Kingsland. So yeah, no kingdom is blockaded from entrance. So we're gonna go ahead and fight for pass 7 openings. Now, in KVK1, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. When you first get the pass 7 opened, let me just go ahead and go through the. Where's the monument at? There you go. Yeah, whatever the pass 7 first opens, I don't think you're allowed to build into the Kingsland, as far as what I remember. But you first have to fight for altar in the Kingsland. Now there's 4 altars that are kind of in the Kingsland. There are one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. And then for like a week or so, we're going to have the pass 7s semi-open but unable to build into Kingsland. And we're going to be able to actually compete for the altar fights every time there is an altar fight, right? So during the Kingsland, during the first half of the Kingsland, we'll be kind of competing against the Kingdom 3926 for our own altar, I'm assuming, as well as their altar if we do decide to push a little bit as a 3v1. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, I think. And then let's see. How far do we have until we get to the actual Kingsland restriction lifted? Now that's gonna actually happen like a week from the past 7 opening. So yeah, this week we're gonna have some altar fights. Next week we're gonna have some past 7 actually Kingsland fighting. So exciting weeks ahead. Hopefully we'll be able to actually fight against the kingdoms against 3926 better, given that we're gonna have some reinforcement from our allies over here. But yeah, that's basically the gist that we have for this this KVK. And aside from that, I honestly have not really made too much progression or updates on this account. As you guys can see, yeah, Minamoto. This is not my account. This is actually the king's account, or that he gave to his queen, and then I was using this for just basically live fighting broadcasting. And I was able to get some fights in, as you guys might already see. It is very difficult to trade really positive on this account because I think some of the optimizations that we have on this account is kind of a little bit difficult. Not really well optimized in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really have reports saved up, I guess. Wait, hold on. What is this? Oh yeah, those are some crazy reports from the Raven Emperor. But yeah, we do have some reports here where we actually did garrison. Do I have any of my March report? Yeah, I do have some reports here that where I was trying to trade as positive as possible. But all in all, I did focus a little bit more on catching some of those people off guard, or reinforcing some of the not used troops, which is not cavalry, because that's the march. That's one march that I'm using on this account. And like infantry, I'll try to reinforce as much as possible to our Raven Emperor and um, other garrison captains. So yeah, that's what we were doing. But all in all, we did lose that zone, so we were teleported right here. Again, I teleported over here. I don't think anyone else got in to actually change that position because we weren't sure if they're gonna invade into the zone or not. But yeah, that's basically what was happening for the next week and the following week. Hopefully, we can actually win the KVK one though. Yeah, the KVK one does look pretty exciting. Yeah, Kingdom 3926, obviously a very, very strong kingdom, especially with the fact that they do have a lot of whales from whales migrated into the kingdom recently. And yeah, those whales have been performing absolutely crazy. So, yep, that's what's been going on. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some good results from those outer fights. I don't know if I will be able to actually showcase those outer fights on this account because we do have Kingdom 3879 fights going on probably around the same time, and but we'll see, but anyways, I think that's pretty much it in terms of everything that we have going on in this kingdom. I asked King if he wants me to pull for the YSG, which is kind of at this point not really sure if that's a good idea. I haven't really gotten a reply from him. I'm sure he's busy with all the New Year stuff. So yeah, right now we do have 5511 YSG. The previous account owner apparently invested too much gold as into Richard, which you guys can see that he did invest 371 gold as into Richard on this account. I think there's some crazy amount of Charles Mattel gold that is invested too. So yeah, we'll we'll have to pass on YSG in my opinion, but we'll see what the king has to say about that. If he doesn't reply, then I'm just not gonna touch the gems on this account. Just because again, this is not my account, so yeah, that's what's going on. It might be a good idea for us to actually just go ahead and wait for the equipment. At the very least, we'll be able to maybe work on the equipment, and then since we do have 5551 Richard, maybe those would actually be we can actually swap out Richard and double C instead of considering swapping out YSG or someone else like that. So that's not really up to me. Hopefully it does work out like that, but yeah, let's see how this account progresses. Right now I'm just trying to make the best out of the set that we are given, so it is what it is. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And as always, I'm gonna see you all in the next video. Hopefully I'll be able to showcase once again some of the Kingsland fights for this week, but next week for sure I'm gonna go ahead and try to showcase that massive Kingsland actual Kingsland fight going into the Kingsland. Alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, I'm gonna see you all in the next video, guys. Peace!